Hi, Mrs. McTaggart here. In this video, we're going to look at higher maths. We're going to be doing some double angle formula and using it in some trig equations. So before this, you've already done some other trig equations. This is now using substitution of sin2A and cos2A. So let's get straight to it. Here is a reminder of the formula that are always in your formula sheet. It's handy to always have them beside you when you are doing these, whether it's in your notes jot or on a bit of paper. I have them all nice and clearly around the wall of the classroom so people can see them and make sure we're copying them down correctly. And I'll have them on each slide as well. So what I've got here is we've got the formula sin2x plus sin x. Now we can't do anything with that, but what we can do is we can do something with this sin2x. Sin2x, well, sin2A in the formula sheet, can be written as 2 sin A cos A. So I'm going to replace that with 2 sin x cos x. And then plus sin x equals 0. Now from there, I'm spotting a common factor of sin x jumping out at me. So I'm going to remove a common factor of sin x. And that will leave me with 2 cos x plus 1. And from there we split this into 2 and we're going to solve sin x equals 0. And we're going to solve, if I rearrange that, that is going to be cos x equals minus 1/2. Right, so first of all, my sin x equals 0 graph. So when is your sin graph equal to 0? This is all exact values. So sin x is equal to 0 at 3 places. So 0, 180 and 360. And then it's asking us, when is our cos graph equal to negative 1/2? So our cos graph, cos of what gives you 1/2? Well, that is cos of 60. So the acute angle I'm going to use is 60 degrees. Now, cos is negative, so I'm not going to be using all in cos. I'm going to be using sin and tan boxes. So I will apply 60 into both of them. So x equals 180 minus 60. And 180 plus 60. So that gives me the answers of 120 and 240. And one wee thing that I quite like to do is then at the end I write my conclusion and I write them all out in order. So I say, right, x equals 0, 120, 180, 240 and 360. Now the question wanted this left in degrees, and it's worth pointing out actually, sometimes in these, it doesn't go from 0 to 360, it's maybe only 0 to pi, and then you wouldn't include all of those final answers in your conclusion. So that was quite a nice one to start with. Let's have a look at another one. So this one here says cos2x minus cos x. So it looks at first glance very like the one before, but if you look at your formula, you have got 3 different options here for the cos2x. Now, if I put in the first one, then I'm going to have costs and squares. That's not going to help me out. If I put in the bottom one, I'm still going to have costs and squares because that would give me a sin x. So I'm not going to use that one. So purely because this has another cos in it, so because that cos is there, I'm going to replace cos2x with that one. So cos2x will become 2 cos squared x minus 1 minus cos x equals 0. Now if I just rearrange this, it starts to look like a trinomial. So in my brackets, I would have a 2 cos x and I would have a cos x. I'm looking for numbers that multiply to 1, so it can only be 1 and 1. And then to get negative 1, well, that's going to have been negative 2 plus 1. So always look at your outsides and your insides. So the outside gives me negative 2, the inside gives me plus 1, and that's how I get the minus 1 in the middle. From there, we're then going to solve these. So this one gives me cos x equals minus 1/2. Oh, I've just done that in the previous slide. And this one gives me cos x equals 1. So we already know from before cos x equals 1/2. My acute angle was 60, and from that we applied it into the sin and the tan, so we had 120 and we had 240. So it's just skimming over what we did in the last one. And then cos x, when is your cos graph at 1? Well, it's at 1 in 2 places, at start at the end, and 0 and 360. And then a quick glance, I've just noticed up here, It doesn't want it in degrees, it wants it in radians. So I'm going to put them all into radians and I'm going to put them in order. So my final answer is x equals 0 is the smallest. 120 is made up of 2 60s, so that's 2 pi over 3. 240 is made up of 4 60s, so that's 4 pi over 3. And then 360 is just 2 pi. So there are our 4 solutions to that one. What do you think? Let's show you another one. So we'd have one where it's common factor and we'd have one where it's a trinomial. What will this one be? Oh, it's another cos2x one. But there's a 2 in front this time. But cos2x this time is going to be replaced with a different one. So I'm still not going to use the cos and the sine one because that would give me coses and sines everywhere. I'm not going to use the cos one because that would give me coses and sines. Because this one has got 3 sin x, we're going to use the one with the sine in it. So this will be 2 at the front, bracket, 1 minus 2 sine squared x. Close my bracket, plus 3 sin x minus 1 equals 0. So we're going to expand this and tidy it up. So we've got 2 minus 4 sine squared x plus 3 sin x minus 1 equals 0. Right, it's going to be a trinomial, but I don't like the fact there's a negative in front of the sine squared. So I'm going to pretend I'm taking everything to the other side. So that would become positive 4 sine squared x. My plus 3 sin x when it goes over would become negative 3 sin x. And then at the moment I've got 2 take away 1, which is positive 1, which would become negative 1. So now I've got my trinomial. Again, I've got 2 brackets. Now, it's definitely going to have to be a 1 and a 1 at the ends, but the decision I've got to make is the front could be a 4 sin x and a sin x, or it could be a 2 sin x and a 2 sin x. So which one do I use? Let's have a wee look. So I'm thinking it can't be a 2 sin x and a 2 sin x, so I'm going to try the 4 and the 1. Right, my outside numbers will give me a 4. So if I make that minus, that would be minus 4. And the inside would give me 1. Minus 4 add 1 gives me the minus 3 I'm after. So there are my 2 brackets. So a minus here and a plus here. Right, let's solve both of them. So this one would give me sin x equals negative 1/4. And this would give me sin x equals 1. I'm going to do the second one first just because I don't need a calculator for that one. Sin x equals 1 at 90 degrees, so x equals 90 degrees. Right, for the other equation, I'm going to have to use a calculator because a quarter isn't an exact value. So on my calculator, when I do shift sine of a quarter, I get an acute angle of 14 degrees. But of course sine is negative, so I'm not using all in sine. I'm going to be using tan and cos. So in the tan box, x will be 180 add 14. And in the cos box, it would be 360 minus 14. So x would be 194 degrees and 346 degrees. Remember, I just like to write them all out in order. I've only got 3 answers this time. I've got 90 degrees, 194 and 346. And remember, just keep an eye on the bit up the top. This one wants it in degrees between 0 and 360, that's okay. Again, it might not ask for that. It might then make you eliminate one of these answers. So that's me finished. There's just one more wee thing I want to show you, and I didn't put in an example like this, but let's say I came to a brackets like this and I had 2 cos x equal, 2 cos x plus 3. And then I had a cos x minus 1. And I had to go solve that equal to 0. Well, the first one, when you rearrange that, would give you cos x equals minus 3 over 2. And the other one would just give you cos x equals 1. This one's okay. It's got some answers. It's got cos graph is equal to 1 at your 0 and 360. But when is your cos graph equal to 1.5 or minus 1.5? Well, it's not, is it? Because your basic cos graph is only drawn from 1 to minus 1. So if this number here is bigger or smaller than 1 and minus 1, you're not going to have a solution. Try going to your calculator and doing shift cos of 1.5. It'll come up error. So when you've got that, you simply write underneath this one, no solutions. Okay, you have to make sure you've eliminated that one. There are no solutions, and the reason being that the minus 3 over 2 is less than minus 1. Let's get that the right way around. So you can simply write no solutions for that one, and your final chance will just be 0 and 360. So it's worth just noting that, because that will come up, but I didn't seem to put that in any of my examples, so that's a wee neglect on my part there. But thanks for watching. I hope this has helped. If you have the TJ textbook, I would recommend doing some of page 127. Thanks very much.